I don't really care what you want from your business, what your vision for your business is. What I care about is that you know it, that you are locked in, dialed in on the things that you want, because it's really hard to optimize for things you haven't identified. It's really hard to say, we have set this up to work perfectly to generate this kind of outcome if you don't know what that outcome is. Welcome to Your Business is Not Your Boss. I'm Geoff Welch, and I help small business owners cancel the chaos and accomplish more with less effort. What is up? Welcome to episode 52 of Your Business is Not Your Boss. I am your host, Geoff Welch, and today we are going to be talking about 3 things that you cannot delegate. As a small business owner, these are 3 things you cannot let go of. Now, last week, I know we talked about things you should stop doing in the new year. This is the flip side of that. These are things that you really can't stop doing. And so we're going to get into that in just a second. But a perfect companion to this conversation is my new mastermind called Calm, Focused, and Effective. Really helps you dive into the essentials of like personal leadership and self-management. So think of like the idea that you're trying to lead people, you're trying to lead your business, and yet so often we are struggling to lead ourselves. And so this mastermind is designed to help you really identify the priorities that matter most, figure out how to put those things into action, figure out how to manage yourself so that you can be the most effective for your business. So today, again, we're going to get into this idea. Oh, I should give you the website. That would be helpful. You just need to go to jeffwelch.com/mastermind to learn more and jump on the wait list. That is opening soon. I highly encourage you to look into that. So today we are going to be talking about these 3 things that you cannot delegate. And I think this is so important because there is this balance between the need to delegate. There are many things small business owners just need to be getting off their plates, that you need to be thinking of. How can I maximize my ability to do my most important work by letting go of these things? And yet, there are some core functions that you've got to be able to do for yourself. And that really is the essence of this, right? We are trying to delegate away the things that other people can do for us so we have time, focus, and energy for the things that only we can do. So the first one of those things is setting the vision for your business. There's no one else out there that's going to be able to do that for you, whether that is your values or what you want from your business, what you want your business to be accomplishing for others or for yourself. And I think that's a very important part of it, right? What do you want your business to be creating for you? No one else can decide that for you. What are your overarching goals? What are you hoping to accomplish with and through your business? What kind of impact do you want to have? Those are things that no one else can decide for you. Who your business exists to serve, or they're just all of these things that are wrapped up in what your vision is, and I think it's going to be unique to you in terms of like. Some people are very driven by impact, and they want to really focus on what their business, the change their business is making in the world. Other people may look at their business as a vehicle for they want to create a certain kind of lifestyle or a life for themselves. And so that's going to be very important. The actual thing is I'm much more agnostic about that, right? I don't really care what you want from your business, what your vision for your business is. What I care about is that you know it, that you are locked in, dialed in on the things that you want, because it's really hard to optimize for things you haven't identified. It's really hard to say, we have set this up to work perfectly to generate this kind of outcome if you don't know what that outcome is. No one else can figure that out for you. People like me, other people, they can help you shape that and help you get there, but no one else can make the decision for you. And I think it's fantastic, depending on the nature of your business and the nature of your team, I think it's fantastic to incorporate your team in that decision-making process and to take their input and say, how do the people who are helping to make this thing a thing, how do they feel about it? What do they want from this? And how can that be a part of it? But it's always going to be your decision. And ultimately, as you as the owner, you are the person who never leaves. You are the one, the employees are going to come and go, like all of that stuff is going to change. You are the one who's got to live with this decision. And while it certainly is adaptable, it's not like you set it one day and can never change it. It's something that really affects you most profoundly because it's your enterprise and it's the thing that you are building. So you've got to make those kind of decisions. You cannot delegate the vision to someone else. Number 2, developing professional relationships. You can certainly have your employees act as advocates for your business. You can send employees to networking events and conferences and have them be, involved in committees and all sorts of stuff to help advance your business and to help maybe drive new customers into your business, or to if impact is important to you, to sort of put out into the world that this is what our business does, this is the things we want to be involved in. That's all great, but no one else can develop your professional relationships. So your ability to drive your business forward as the owner, your ability to grow as a professional and build your reputation, no one else can do those things for you. You're going to have to do those things. So that means you got to go to the networking event. That means you've got to attend the conference. That means you've got to invite someone to lunch. There are 1,000 other ways, right? But no one can do this part of it for you. No one can develop a relationship on your behalf. You can't send one of your employees to a networking event and then ask them, who did I meet tonight? You didn't meet anybody. They met somebody, right? They now have a new relationship and they now have a new connection, and that can be valuable. But no one else can replace your connection. And so I think that a small business ownership can be an incredibly isolating experience. It can be something where my wife and I were just talking over the weekend about something, and it was just clear that she lives in a much more corporate world. I live in this small business world. And while we recognize those differences, we don't fully understand and empathize because we don't experience those things in the same way. And she wants to. It's not that she doesn't want to, but it's just clear in some of those conversations that if you are not experiencing what a small business owner goes through, you don't understand it, and vice versa. Like, I'm not saying that we're special in some way, that everyone else is missing out by not knowing what we go through. I'm simply saying that we have a certain kind of experience that not everyone understands, and because of that, we don't understand some of the things too, right? But because of that, because it can be isolating, and because it can be, the challenges can be things that are not widely understood by everybody, I think that it's really, really critical that we have these relationships, that we are connected to other people who understand us, that we have a network of support, not just for us, but other people we can support as well. I think that that's really valuable to a person to be valuable to somebody else. So no one else can do that for you. Absolutely no one else can develop those relationships and can put you in a position to have greater depth and greater impact by being connected to people. Okay, now that's number 2. Number 3, your physical and mental well-being. No, this seems pretty obvious, I think, but no one else is going to be able to work out for you, and you get the benefit from that. No one else is going to be able to learn something new. And now they can learn something new and give you the Cliff Notes version. That's great. Or what is Spark Notes? Is that what we have these days? They can give you that insight, but you still have to receive that, right? They can't learn it for you and just know it, and now you know it too. At some point, you're going to have to engage with it. You can't have somebody else learn how to make you calm. You have to be able to learn to deal with the stress and the strain of your life and your business. And again, those are just not things other people can do for you. And I think the ironic part of this is that these are things that on the surface seem a little bit selfish. Well, for me to set aside time to go to the gym, for me to set aside time to read and to learn and to grow, for me to set aside time for meditation or mindfulness or gratitude or whatever mechanism you want to use to help manage stress and anxiety and all those kind of things, those things seem sort of selfish on the surface. Like I can't be available to my team or I can't be available to the work because I need to go do these things. And yet, if we are not doing those things, everyone else pays the price. Everyone else pays the price of us being exhausted all the time, right? Because we can't show up for our team in the best way when our physical well-being is not taken care of. When we haven't been learning and growing, our business begins to stagnate because we're just stuck where we are, and that affects other people. When we're stressed out all the time, that absolutely affects the people around you, on your team and your family and all those kind of things. And so while I understand the sense that these are selfish things, and it seems like there's just not enough time, if these things aren't handled really kind of first and foremost, it has this cascading effect into every other part of your life and work. And I'll tell you, man, my wife and I, we've been getting up at 5:30 for 3 months now. And our trainer is amazing. He has put together these workouts that are ridiculous. And I hate his guts so much, not because he's not good at what he does and not because we don't like him, but because he puts these things together and he challenges me and I don't like it. I want to sleep in and I want to not hurt sometimes when you're really, really pushing yourself, right? And yet these are the essential kind of things that I can tell in the rest of my life. I am more able and capable from a physical standpoint. And I can tell that I'm getting stronger, even if I don't really look particularly different yet. I am getting stronger. And that has impacts, down the road. And the same with the time that I spend reading in the morning. It's not a long time, but I make it a point to do that every day because I really do believe that it has the inspiration and the connection to new ideas has implications for my business that I may not realize for 6 months or a year sometimes. But those things are important to constantly be feeding that matters. And there's no one else that can do it for me. I can delegate. We're a few days from Christmas right now. I can delegate getting the Christmas lights put on the house so I don't have to get up on a ladder and nearly kill myself because I have tried that part. I can delegate that to somebody else. I can hire that solution. I cannot hire someone to make me physically fit just by giving them dollars, and it happens. They can tell me what to do, but I have to do that. So these are 3 things that ideally delegating in other parts of your life and business will free you up to focus on because you can't let them go. Your vision for your business is yours. You can ask for input, but you have to decide what that looks like for you, okay? Your professional relationships, they do not grow because somebody else built them for you. They only grow because you went to lunch with somebody, you showed up at the event, you learned about them, and you connected with them. You have to do that. And then your physical and mental well-being, there's just no shortcut for that where someone else can do it for you. Now, it would be great. I'll get up at 5:30 every morning and watch someone else work out. Sure, I'll go do that, but I don't think that it's actually going to affect me very well, right? I can't pay somebody else to meditate in the morning and reduce the stress for me. They're going to reduce the stress for themselves, okay? So your opportunity for action this week, this is how we're going to take these ideas and find a vector for action here, okay? I want you to choose one of these 3 things and make it your priority this week. And the thing that I want you to do about that is set aside 15 minutes to brainstorm how you could incorporate that thing into each and every week. What is some way that you could start bringing that into focus? I don't think that if you see that all three of these things are lacking for you and you really need to fix that, you might be able to incorporate all three of them tomorrow and just go. Most of us need to ease into it. We need to figure out, we need to get our footing. So pick one of these things and say, if I could commit a little extra time, if there's something else I could give away to create a little bit of space for this, your vision, ideally, you're going to set that and it's not going to need a lot of attention over and over and over again, but you need to focus on driving toward it, right? You need to focus on orienting yourself to it. So some of these things may not take a lot of time, but it's going to take intentionality. It's going to take saying, every week I think of this. Every week I focus on this. And, I've talked about the morning startup, the workday startup, the workday shutdown, and the weekly reset. And that reset is a great time to say, how do I focus on the things that only I can focus on? How do I incorporate those into my week? So to start with, just set aside 15 minutes. 15 minutes to brainstorm ways that this could become a part of your week. Okay, pick one. Okay, so again, I want to circle back to this idea of the calm, focused, and effective mastermind that I'm launching, because your ability to show up and do the work, it affects every part of your business and your life. There are people who are counting on you, your employees, your family. There are people who are counting on you to execute well, to not just have a good idea, but to turn it into something, to not just work hard, but work hard on the things that matter most and on the things that actually move the dial for your business and make things happen. And this mastermind is something that will absolutely help you focus in on those things that matter most, really get clarity about what you want, how to set those priorities, how to take intentional action, how to avoid distraction, and how to be more resilient so you can get back to when you realize, oh, I took kind of a left turn today. How do I get back to where I need to be? This is a mastermind with you and a handful of other people that are going to be your new favorite part of your network. It's going to help you really be much more effective on this. Okay. So just go to jeffwelch.com/mastermind to learn more about that, to join the wait list. It's going to be a fantastic experience for 10 people, and I don't want you to miss out on that. jeffwelch.com/mastermind. All right, that's it from me. Delegate, delegate, delegate. But remember, there are a few things that you can't delegate. And make sure you are creating space for those things so that you can be most effective in every part of your business. All right? And don't forget, your business is not your boss.